To end the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, we had the opening by the Honorable Minister for Sports, Shrimati Yashodhara Raje Scindia ji, and we are now completing this tournament again through a lady, Mrs. Anita Das, on the Internationals Women Year Week. So a big round of applause to all the ladies present here, and thank you so much, ma'am, for agreeing to come here. Now I'll request Mr. Chandel to please come forward and gift a bouquet and a memento to Mr. Badal Das. It's been an absolute privilege to have Mr. Anil Dupre from Indore. I'll just give you a small introduction about Mr. Anil Dupre. He is the General Secretary, Secretary General of the All India Tennis Association. He is the General Secretary of the Madhya Pradesh Tennis Association. And he is the Vice President of the Madhya Pradesh Olympic Association. The first man in Madhya Pradesh to get the Vikram Award for tennis. So a big round of applause for Mr. Anil Dupre. I'll now request another star player of Arora Club, Mr. O.P. Dikshit, to please come forward and welcome Mr. Anil Dupre by gifting him a bouquet and a small memento of ITF. A big round of applause for Mr. Dupre. He has come all the way from Indore. Before we start today's match, I'll request Mr. Anil Dupre, who's our special guest today, to please come forward, speak a few words. Would love to have him speak something about tennis, the future of tennis in Madhya Pradesh and in India. Mr. Anil Dupre, please.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, Arora Club is one of the most beautiful site where this ITF is being played. It has been appreciated not only by the players but also by the ITF management. Tennis has a very popular game, but this COVID from the last 2 years has really affected the growth of tennis in the country. However, you will be happy to know that we have organized almost 829 tournaments last year in the year 2021, which includes definitely from Talent Series to ITF to ATP to Challenger, and also the biggest tournament, ATP 250 Series in Pune. Madhya Pradesh has a very, very large number of tennis players. They are playing across the Madhya Pradesh in small districts, and the major towns have been definitely Indore, Gwalior and Bhopal. I am confident that by organizing these tournaments, the benefit will definitely go to the young stars of the Madhya Pradesh. And of course, I should not be saying this, but these tournaments help the Indian players to get a ITF, the world ranking, which is very beneficial for our boys or girls if it is a ITF 15,000. To make it short, this year we plan to organize more of $25,000 prize money, replacing 15,000, and hopefully in months to come, Arora Club will join hands with us in organizing a $25,000 prize money tournament. Thank you so much for inviting me here, and I wish the tournament, it has been a great success, and wish the players all the best.
Thanks a lot, Anil, and very rightfully said, Anil. The main purpose for the players coming all over the globe to play these tournaments are the ATP points. The winner gets 15 points apart from, of course, the prize money. The singles winner gets $2,160. But as rightly pointed by Mr. Anil Dupre, the main purpose is to get those important points. The winner takes 15 ATP points, which is a very big quantity. So thank you, Anil, so much for coming here. I'll now request our chief guest for the day, Madam Anita Das, to please come forward, speak a few words. Then we'll have the toss and we'll start up with the match. Mrs. Anita Das, please give her a big round of applause. Both Mr. Badal Das and Mrs. Anita Das, keen lovers of sports.
Distinguished guests and all dear friends, it's a real delight for me, and I speak for my husband as well, for us to be here today on this wonderful occasion of the ITF finals in Bhopal, in our very own Arera Club. We have seen the club from decades growing from strength to strength. And one thing I think those of us who've been around here have always observed, that it has been a great promoter of sports. That has always been the chief focus of this wonderful institution. Sports is one arena of human endeavor where people come forward to play, giving little thought to race, religion, caste, or creed. And they come forward and put their best foot forward to compete. And it is, I think, for this reason that sports is so uplifting and so thrilling to the players as well as to viewers. On this day, I congratulate the players who come from far and wide, from different countries, as well as from our own, who have come to compete for their global rankings in the city of Bhopal, which, if you had the chance to go around and visit, I hope you found it a very pleasant experience. Those of us who live here really enjoy this beautiful city for its serenity, its greenery, and I hope that, and I trust that you've been well looked after and that you have enjoyed your stay. I wish all of you participants great luck in your future career. I would especially like to congratulate the chairman, the vice chairman, the secretary, the entire management of the Arera Club in hosting such a wonderful event, and the chairman of the organizing committee, the tournament secretary. For all of you have taken a lot of pains and effort to make this event very successful, from what I learned from all my friends who've been coming here regularly to watch the events and enjoying all the fun. And I especially would like to also congratulate the viewers. It is, the club offers us this treat, not only in the realm of tennis, but also in bridge, in badminton, and now our squash court is also soon to be coming up. So we have a variety of opportunities given to us to see players from all over to come and play on our very own grounds. Once again, I would like to thank all of you profusely, and I would like to especially make a mention of my dear friend Anil Dupre, whom I'm seeing after several years, and whom I have seen as a very young man, as a child literally, learning to play tennis. And we always read from the media, and occasionally have met him over the years, to know that he's going from strength to strength. And I knew both his parents and his parents-in-law very well. So he is very dear to our hearts. And I am thrilled to see and hear of all your achievements today, Anil, because unless you sort of meet and hear, you don't really get to know the full dimensions. And I am very proud to be knowing you from an early age. Thank you all very much for giving me an opportunity to be here, and I really look forward to seeing the final event of this wonderful tournament. Thank you. Players' construction.
I'll request Anil Dupre, who's been our special guest today. Of course, I'd like to correct ma'am in one thing. She said she knew Anil as a kid, and now he's a young man. He will always remain a young man, ma'am. I don't think he has got any old age symptoms at all with him. So that is Anil Dupre. Please, I welcome Anil on the court. I'll welcome Shri Badal Das ji on the court. Please come forward, sir. Okay. So I'll now request our chair umpire for the day, Mr. Parikshit Sharma. He's from Indore, ladies and gentlemen. We have the finalist today, Mr. Arjun Khade. He's on the left side, wearing the blue. If you can keep your racket up, Arjun. That is Arjun. On the right side here is Siddharth Rawat. Arjun is seeded 4th in this tournament. Siddharth is seeded 2nd. I'll just give you your world rankings also. Arjun is 688 in the world, 690 in the world, and Siddharth is 588 in the world. So it's going to be a great match. I'll now request Parikshit for the toss. Ma'am, if you can just come forward for the toss. Anil, face thoda idhar karenge. If you can just have the face here. Ma'am? Yeah. So if you can just have the toss, ma'am. No, let her stand facing here, na? Yeah, that will be great. Yeah, so now we can have the toss. So there is a toss for the finals by our chief guest. Parikshit, who won the toss? What did he opt for? Receive. So Siddharth Rawat won the toss, who is on my left side, and he has elected to receive. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now see you back during the prize distribution.